I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Colby and Chip and Ghosty.
For time and topical political commentary, and if you want to get mad at me,
Or me.
you can check us out at Middle America with Vin and Sori.
Yep.
Woo!
$75 partner tier.
And Steelz, we got a $75 partner tier if you want your... There's multiple ways to get your song reviewed. One is you can send us an email. You can make a mention in the comment section. We just did one for Damien and his mom, Ruth.
Yes.
So there's lots of ways, but there's no guarantees, right? So I've got a couple songs on a list that I'm waiting for space to do from folks in the comment section or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. However, the most systemic way of getting your review done, and in my opinion, the most cost-effective way is to do it through Patreon, to join a alliance. It's $1 ticket at the gate, and then you get jumped into an alliance. So that's one way. Another way to do it, to guarantee a review of your individual song, to even bypass a Patreon, the alliance option is $75 partner tier, which our buddy, who was this?
CSN
has. So this is Banks and Steelz from the band Giant. Is that Giant? Is Giant? Yeah. No, Giant is the name of the song.
Yeah.
Anything But Words is the name of the records, and Banks and Steelz
is the name of the band.
Interesting name for a band. Let's do it.
Okay.
I hate when you do it that way.
I know, honey.
Ready?
And go.
There are men, and there are giants.
RZA.
Banks and Steelz in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those blunts and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup with a goose in the club with the juice in the bug getting bent out. Then I'ma slide with a dime to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, caking dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal.
I'll stop at nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one, and it's time.
Fuck CNN, this is ghetto editorial. See me like milk and Oreos, dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are fine as wine, they blow your mind like Coca. You could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili, summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this, before you fuck with this. You better walk jumping off the building or cutting wrist. Oh, got the heat up the show, face up thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey Paul, let him know.
I'll stop at nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one to tee off.
Novus ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
And nicotine for the average teen. CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TV.
Everything is shaking through the
that.
That was some positive shiznizzle.
Yeah, it was
Positive.
fun.
Feel very positive. It was very positive, very conscious. Wasn't angry.
Yeah.
But we had to. That was actually one of the best songs lyrically I've ever heard from RZA. RZA, the black guy's from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, okay.
RZA, that guy, he's the mastermind of the Wu-Tang Clan. He's like with Slipknot with Sean.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the guy.
But lyrically, he was never the best. Like, you had Method Man, you had U-God, you had Expected. You had a lot of guys that were better than RZA on Wu-Tang. Like, lyrically, he would just come up with this... Wu-Tang, like, they used to come up with, like, weird stuff, man. They were always weird, you know what I mean? Like...
Weren't we at a restaurant one time and that girl was talking about how she liked Wu-Tang?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, what's your favorite Wu-Tang song? And she goes, she mentioned RZA. Remember? She's like, I like the RZA. Like, get out of here. Get out of here, June. You don't like no RZA. Stop it.
The RZA.
I mean, technically his name is the RZA.
Oh, is it?
That's his name, but yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. But lyrically, this is actually one of his better ones. Like,
yeah.
Again, I was not a big Wu-Tang guy. I never thought that they were like. I was a Bad Boy, and at the time, like Bad Boy was like beefing with Wu-Tang Clan. Like before Big died, like they were beefing pretty hard with Wu-Tang.
Okay.
So I was always on the Bad Boy side. You had Mace, you had Biggie or whatever, and then Wu-Tang was like, oh. Like RZA was just. But my point is, these lyrics are really, really good.
Yeah.
For RZA, and it's very conscious. Conscious rap is basically, it's funny now because now the term woke has permeated out into our culture now, so everybody knows what it means.
Yeah.
But we were using that term in the 90s.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah. It's an old. So. It really was like a hip-hop term to talk about a genre of rap that before they were called conscious rappers. They're still called conscious rappers, conscious or woke rappers or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was people talking about what was actually going on from a more of a critical perspective. Like a lot of times in hip-hop, you would rap about what was going on as somebody in the middle of it.
Yep.
So there was no, this is good or this is that. It's just like, this is how it is.
Facts,
Talk slick, you get your neck slick quick, because real street niggas ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
And so he's not saying it's bad or good. He's saying, if you talk shit, niggas gonna get you.
Right.
So, but a conscious rapper will be outside of that and be like, yo, why are we killing each other, da-da-da-da. So like an example of that would be One Mic from Nas, right? That was a conscious song, where the Akhenaten song with mine, like it's not only saying this is what's going on, but it's overlaying this is wrong.
Yep.
And then it also a lot of times it's like this is what we have to do about it.
Okay.
So
Is there a lot of rap that's like that?
Nas.
I haven't heard much of that.
Right. A lot of the rap that's going to get to MTV and all that is not going to be conscious.
Oh.
Because just look at who owns these companies and you'll see, like they're not trying to promote an agenda.
Yeah.
They want certain communities portrayed a certain way consistently. Mm-hmm. So they're going to reward rappers who portray our community that way.
Jeez.
Right? So that's why Nas is so important to hip hop, because Nas was really the gap between a guy who could go commercial but he could also go conscious. Mm-hmm. Right? So we've let the shit slide for too many years, too many times. Now I'm strapped with a couple of Macs, too many nines. Now it's like we letting this shit slide for too long and now we gotta tool up. Mm-hmm. So it was obviously that's not a message that you want out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you've let it slide? And what do you plan to do about it, Mr. Nasir Jones? And da-da-da-da-da. So, but this is an example of, this is some real conscious shit going on. And if you look at the date, 2016, June 8th, 2016, what was going on in 2016? The presidential elections were about to pop off and all that. And the country was getting pretty crazy. Mm-hmm. So they released that in the middle of all that craziness going on. So it was like mega conscious stuff happening. Mm-hmm. I'ma drop the hammer, things done change in hip hop since they let Bobby out the slammer. That was one of his names, was Bobby Digital. I should have asked that later. Oh, did you like Bobby Digital? No, I like the RZA. Hip hop started on the East Coast, then it moved west, now down to Bama, bring it back to New York. Roll those blunts, throw your hands up, pass me a cup of goose in the club with the juice and the bug getting bent out. Then I'ma slide with my dime to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, caking dough, open up 24, we striving for that gold. So it initially just looks like the typical hip hop. He's bragging about all the money he has and all that. But this line right here, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, caking dough, open up 24, we striving for that gold, is basically him saying, yeah, he's rich and he conquered hip hop and blah, but I'm still grinding. He's like 50 years old now, he's still grinding.
Wow.
You know, he's got that work ethic, you know, which a lot of people don't understand. Like, success is just about your work ethic a lot of the times. Absolutely.
It's a big part of it.
You get lucky. Like, there are some, like, with our channel, like, there's some things we can't control. You know, like, we can't control our chemistry, and we just have the chemistry. You know, you're uncommonly beautiful, I'm uncommonly whatever, and so there's things you can't control. I get that, but there's also things that you can control.
Whatever. Uncommonly intelligent.
Whatever. But my point is, there are things. Those are not things that we ginned up. Like, but your work ethic is something that everybody can do. Everybody's equal to. There's a lot of times you wake up, you don't want to do it. There's this, there's that, but then you're like, yo, you have people that are you know, I don't want to get self-serving, but there's a lot of people that I'm aware of the fact that there are people that want to hear what we have to say for millions of different reasons. And so, you know, so I'll stop at nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, giants, everything is shaking through the wall because we're giants. Heart of David, and you know it takes just one, which is a pretty good line. Get it? Heart of David, and you know it just takes one. One rock, right?
Oh, yeah,
David, Giants, Goliath, all that jazz, and then the video ends with the kid with the slingshot.
Yes, I did piece that together. When I think of the Heart of David, I just think of him worshiping. So I wasn't even thinking about that. Duh. That's okay. That's all right.
Well, usually when people talk about David and Goliath, they're talking...
I know.
No, but I'm making a point. They're talking about an underdog
Yep.
who overcomes, you know, giant odds.
Yeah.
Now, of course, David did not see himself as an underdog. He said, the Lord was with me when I killed the lion and the bear, and he's going to be with me to kill this Philistine.
Mm-hmm.
David thought that Goliath was the underdog because David had Yahweh with him. Mm-hmm. You know,
True.
so a lot of, and it, you know, I do think the story of David and Goliath as the underdog has a lot of social utility, which is to say, just because you're outmatched and the odds look against you doesn't mean you can't overcome something if you believe in yourself. Like, that's a secularized retelling of the David and Goliath story.
Yeah.
The actual original story was David was saying, "Oh, I know by myself I can't beat this guy, but I'm not by myself."
Right.
You know, Yahweh's with me, and so there's a lot of, you know, really difficult challenges that I've taken on in my life, and I remember a lot of times being like, "Okay, you're gonna have to be with me," and I was afraid, but then, you know, I was able to, you know, I kind of still myself with that, like, all right, he's with me, and if you know, Paul said, if we live to the Lord. We die to the Lord. Whether we live or die, we're the Lord's. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, and then you go do what you got to do. So, you know, David, there's a ton of utility in the David story for sure. Mm-hmm. But you know, so it seems like if you start out from the chorus and then branch out, that it's talking about overcoming obstacles, because there's a lot of hopelessness, especially around the election season. Mm-hmm. There's a, you know, and sometimes, you know, if you get your eyes off, you know, like I've ended a couple of Middle America episodes saying we're doomed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like Joe Biden, and this is who we have. We have Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders and Thanos, and Tulsi's not gonna. So, like, there's a lot of things that are disheartening, and the song is about picking yourself up and saying, no, we're going to be able to do it. We're going to be bigger than this.
So because he says that we are giants, but then he talks about the Heart of David, so which one? I feel like both of them are getting exalted.
What do you mean by that?
It says because we are giants.
Yeah.
Who's giants? And who has the heart of David that only takes one stone to slay the giant?
Well, I think he's combining the metaphor. On the one hand, he's saying we're giants, we're going to overcome this problem. On the other hand, he's saying, we've got the heart of David, we're going to overcome the giant. So he's
taking it all.
He's kind of using both metaphors at the same time, because there is a sense in which, whoever defeats a giant is a giant themselves. Doesn't matter what their stature is. So you become a giant if you have the heart of David, is the idea. So it's. I was just listening to Jordan Peterson last night, and he was talking about Western culture, and he was talking about the importance of stories, and he's got. He's very, very interesting ideas about how all these stories came to be. But he said these stories have shaped Western culture. There's no doubt about it. And so, like, David and Goliath is a massively impactful story that it doesn't matter. If you're in the Western world, you heard it. And it's used in so many different contexts, whether it's sports, whether it's politics, whether it's just such an impactful story. And so, I was just listening to Peterson yesterday, and he was talking about the value of story and above all things, stories have shaped the Western world as we know it. And they're Judeo-Christian stories. So the Cain and Abel story is big to Jordan Peterson, obviously. It's interesting, he doesn't mention David and Goliath, which is a pretty massively huge story. It's a pretty amazing story, but he's been focusing on Genesis. He's been stuck in Genesis, so all the lectures were about Genesis, which I understand. I've been kind of like hoping and not hoping people ask for Genesis in the Bible Boogie, because like you will never get out of Genesis if we did that. But so it's just amazing to me how here we are in 2016, we're modern people, but we've never been able to really supersede these stories. And I think, why would that be? Fuck CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. See, we like milk and Oreos. Get it? We like milk and Oreos? No. So, CNN is regular news. We like milk. Milk is white, Oreos are black. Right? Oh. So it's like, we're not going to let the news divide us on racial lines. We like milk and Oreos. But see, that's the Wu-Tang Clan style lyricism right there. Okay. It just seems completely random. Yeah. Like, they've got a song called Ice Cream Truck. Like, literally the song is called Ice Cream. Come see, butter pecan in my ice cream truck. No. Oh, yeah. And it was it was one of the top 5 biggest songs from Wu-Tang. What? Massive. And why? Well, it's talking about the different types of girls. Like, the butter pecan is Puerto Ricans, and then the chocolate is obviously brown, and the vanilla is the white girls. And it was like, I like all the flavors,
Oh,
ice cream truck. I thought it was so terrible, but that's Wu-Tang style. And it like... These guys are legendary, and my brother was like, yo, Ice Cream Truck. I was like, yo, that shit is whack, fam. That is terrible. He said, you don't know hip-hop? You don't know hip-hop? Like, I'm legit a much better rapper than my older brother. Like, by a mile.
I've never heard him rap, but
I am by a mile a way better rapper than my brother, but that's because I was studying Mace and Biggie, and he was doing this shit.
Okay, all right.
Like, it works if Method Man says it, but if you say it, forget it. Anyway, dipped inside the audio, see? Milk and cookies dipped inside the audio. So there's black and there's white, because on the song itself, there's black and there's white in the audio. Ah, okay. See? Yeah. See? Yep. Platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are as fine wine and blow your mind like cocoa. You can do what you want to do, whether group or solo. So cocaine, right? Oh. And a slang word for cocaine is blow. Okay. Okay. Oh. So my lines are fine as wine and blow your mind like cocoa. You can do what you want to do with a group or solo. Get it? Yep. Boston Coal with a bowl of chili, summer cheesesteak on a roll in Philly. That's he's just talking about all the different states. I'm a patriot. Don't deal with hatred. I'll make you. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this before you fuck with this. You better be off jumping off the building or cutting wrists. Oh, got to heat up the show, raise the thermometer, I'm going to take full control. Hey, Paul, let him know. And then Paul goes back to singing. And then Novus Ordo Seclorum.
Yeah, that part was cool. What is he saying?
That's on the dollar bill.
Oh, okay. It sounded cool.
Novus Ordo Seclorum means New World Order. Novus, new, right? Ordo Secular, and Secularum. And out of many one, e pluribus unum. So, So it's basically the new world order is that we're going to have unity instead of all this division.
Nice.
Now, there's a lot of people that cannot get over the term new world order,
Nope.
though.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, new world order is, you know, it's just hilarious. There's so many conspiracy theories out there, and I think a lot of these guys sometimes will do stuff just to screw with people. Like the profile picture or the thing on the Vin Sori thing with us doing this or whatever. And you will not believe how many Christians are like, you're in the Illuminati, you're in the secret society, da 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 da, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, like, is that Kim?
I don't know, and the thing is, I don't even know where my phone is, to be honest with you. That's okay. Let's just, what do you mean? We're working
All
today.
right. Well, something, Kim, if something happened to you, it's your best friend's fault. Yeah, like people are gonna get so caught up on that. It's just what it says in the back of the dollar bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know. But they were Masons.
I was
of
like-
course, the people they were Masons.
So don't spend those.
They were Masons. As a matter of fact, if you did I show you that thing with the pentagram?
Yeah,
and
you did.
Yeah. So there's a lot of interesting stuff in the back of the dollar bill. But anyway, I think what he was trying to say was the new order is that we're going to be united and not divided, because these news companies and these whatever are trying to divide us. He gets really conscious here. They're changing climates and replacing humans, fracking soils while bulldozing forests. So like the fracking stuff is just destroying our environment, but hey, capitalism, that's you.
No, I'm not that bad. Go ahead.
You're talking about climate change, you know, but they can't defeat us, they can't destroy us. Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline? Again, really, really good stuff. And nicotine for the average teen, CFOs after the cream, GMOs extracting gene, but everyone on my team being giants. Right, so it's talking about GMOs and all this stuff, and see the financial officers and all that craziness. Like this is like mega conscious stuff. But the point is, hey, we're not gonna back down. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be all right. It's not doom and gloom. It's a really, really positive song. I actually like the song. Lecrae did a song too that was really, really awesome. It was "Your boy's been a Christian, cried a few years. Victory in my faith, but I failed in my fear." But anyway, like it was that, and then it had the guy singing "Joyful Noise."
Okay.
And it was him rapping, and then it was white guys on guitar, just like this. And it was a positive song. It was very upbeat. I like the song. All right, what do you give it?
9.9.
Man, I'm really like debating on whether or not to put out a couple of these songs here, like the Farrakhan joint.
I think if you start them out on Patreon.
I don't. It's like it's a precautionary tale.
Yeah.
You got to understand what's actually happening lyrically. I don't know. You know, I might like release it to Leah and let her.
I think you should.
I don't know. So type 22 if you want me to release it to Leah, so then Leah can do a breakdown of it. It's a pretty interesting song. Okay. You gotta, you know, maybe we'll get some hip hop in the form. We'll see. All right. What do you give the song?
I already gave it a 9.9. What'd you give it?
9.5. Good song. I appreciated it. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for giving us a positive song every once in a while. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.
Novus ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests, but they can't defeat